Now they're set again, and they're racing away from the 1800-meter marker. Downing 7, one of the trailers early on. Roll of the Dice has gone off to the front, shows the way early on, with on the inside Richard the Fearless. Those two fighting out the lead. Richard the Fearless and Roll of the Dice, they're in a big battle for the lead out there, but Richard the Fearless just has the advantage from Roll of the Dice. Those have cleared away by around 8 lengths to Heemstede on the fence in third, then Red William on the outside of those. Further back in the field is George Handel with One Religion on its outside, 2 lengths to Global State. Then a further length to Alado's Pride, who's won from last, and Downing 7's in the yellow towards the back end of the field. And the race there at least a dozen lengths first to last, as Richard the Fearless shows out by around 3 lengths. From in second, Roll of the Dice. Then we go 8 lengths back then to Heemstede on the fence, with on the outside Red William. Then George Handel, the yellow cap, down on the rail. On the outside of that is One Religion. That's got about 15 lengths to make up on the leader, and Richard the Fearless is clear by around 8 lengths. Then we drop back then to Global State as being rousted at Alado's Pride and Downing 7. They got quite some work to do as Richard the Fearless leads them into the straight by around 8 lengths to Roll of the Dice. Then a further 5 to Heemstede. Red William further back. One Religion comes out for a run. Richard the Fearless with 300 to go, starting to paddle. Heemstede, One Religion. The pack is now closing in. George Handel as well. And on the outside, Global State. How much in the tank for Richard the Fearless? One Religion's closing in with George Handel. Global State on the outside. Down the inside is Alado's Pride. George Handel from Alado's Pride and One Religion. Then came behind that Richard the Fearless, and Downing 7 was further back. Yes, you heard on replay, Richard the Fearless started to paddle early in the straight, started to tire badly. And on the outside, One Religion, they had a lot of work to do. Richard the Fearless was still 5 lengths clear at the 200. One Religion, George Handel, Alado's Pride on the left closing in. And on the stand side, Global State also ran on, but George Handel ultimately gets the better of them all. 3 photos, 7, 8, then 10.
Welcome back, and the runner that we tipped as moving best to post, George Handel, wins this afternoon. Moved very well to post. Hard to find on paper, 23 Rand a win this afternoon. And Zitzman Oosthuizen Stable runs first and second here, both of them big prices, so well done to the stable. Nice ride there by Charlie as well. I've got Jan. Jan's going to collect the Tom here this afternoon for Vusi. So thanks to World Sports Betting for that 1,500 Rand, and well done to Vusi. Thank you. Charlie, let's get you in here. Charles picks up a chance ride this afternoon. Nice to see him in the winner's box as well. On a horse that's, it's got the ability. It's been there. It was a tougher ask this afternoon on paper, but you said, I have to have winners when you walked up here. Doesn't matter who I ride for. And yeah, you stand, Charlie. Well done.
A big thanks, Neil. You know, new season, new Charlie. I'm trying to make as little mistake as possible. You know, everybody makes mistakes. So far, so good. I ran second on this horse before, and today I had to fix that. All thanks to Mr. Zitz. This morning when I got a call from Tara to pick up the ride because of Chase's stood down, and when I look at Chase's rides, and I saw he's riding for Zitzman. Zitzman is my man. We come a long way. So I just sent him a WhatsApp. I said, Mr. Zitz, let me ride that horse, please. And you know what? Thank you, Mr. Zitz, for coming back to me. You know, I was just taking chances. And you know what? Thank you very much. I appreciate Mr. Zitz.
Charlie, you must have liked what you felt moving to post, because Nadine and I actually made this. There were 2 horses that really caught our eye. We wrote down best mover. This moved beautifully to post.
You know what? I don't write much work for Mr. Zitz. Sometimes I get to go catch a filler, and his horses are feeling well, you know. I look at the race, and I saw he's got 3 horses. I saw they all got chances, you know. May the best man win. You know, I had to come to the race, calm, cool, and collected. That exactly. And you know what? With the draw 3 on a poly track, you can't go wrong. And the race was just perfect for me all
Yeah,
around.
with a lot of pace.
Yeah, you know, those 2 horses in front, when I saw them so far ahead of us, you know, my heart was bleeding, but I thought, you know what, they got to stop sometimes. But at least I felt better because one of them was Mr. Zit's one. So I said, if I don't make it, maybe he's going to hold on with an AP, but I'm glad for Mr. Zit's, you know, for the owners as well. Thank you, guys. I appreciate every support. It's like last winner, when I said, you know what, I'm the good jockey. I got to give credit to myself. I can ride a horse. Give me a chance, I'll show you. You know, thank you very much, guys, for the support. Winning form, things are going the right direction. Thank you very much, my 2 daughters at home, wife at home, family. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it.
Well done, there we go. Those are the colours of Kobus or Caboose van Staden, as well as Gary Geyer. I'm sure the guys are watching up there on the high felt. We gave them a mention earlier on as well. Game, honest, and that pace. I know, I mean, I thought the youngster in the front had a big chance this afternoon, but they went so fast and I started looking for something to come, and we saw, here comes Charlie late.
Yeah, listen, the Appy just got his fractions wrong. Otherwise, you know, the result was different. So, still, first, second, fourth in the race with 3 horses, brilliant result. Yeah, the Appy just went too hard, you understand, when they took it on each other in the back straight. You know, Marco eased up, and the Appy never realized he's alone there in front, and he just went too hard. But you know, that's if you have a 4-climber on, things like that can happen. And yeah, Richard will win races, definitely will win races. He was the preferred runner, yes, between the 3. But as I said to the guys and the owners in the stable, you know, Aladu is not a 9-time winner for nothing.
Correct.
And he have an each-way chance. George is the worst off in the weights against the field, but he's gutsy. And, you know, brilliant win for Caboose and for Gary. Glad for them. Been quiet, a little quiet for Caboose. So hopefully he's smiling now. And yeah, great result for the stable. Thanks for Charlie picking up the ride. And I said to him, you know, last week he was on Aladu, should have won the race, got in trouble. So today I mocked him and said, listen, yeah, just never be behind Richard. You understand? Because last time Richard was in front of him, he couldn't get past. And just don't be behind Richard. Now the jockey, not the horse. But so yeah, brilliant result for the stable, and well done, Gary, Caboose, Fred, well done.
Top class. And yeah, this is a decent individual, George Handel, bred out at Ambient Stud, Dr. Marianne Thompson. She breeds a good horse for all those years. And Marianne, if you're watching, well done to you as well. George Handel in the winner's box.